real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Nakima Marshall is an aspiring singer, and she hired the defendant to help build her professional image on social media. Nakima claims she was unhappy with the defendant's services, so she's suing her today to get her money back. Defendant Brianna Brooks says after she started working with Nakima, she became a total diva. Brianna insists she did everything she was hired to do, and therefore she refuses to refund any of Nakima's money. She's countersuing for lost wages.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
So just a little bit of a backstory. I'm an aspiring singer. I've always had a passion for music for as long as I can remember. On July 6th, I was given the opportunity to meet Neo, where I got to chit-chat with him and actually sing for him. And in that encounter, he gave me the motivation and the stamp of approval, like, you know, girl, you got talent. You can make a career for yourself out of this. And so with that, a fire was lit in me, and I was really motivated and determined. But being a full-time student, I knew that time was very limited. So that is when I decided to hire Brianna Brooks, because my main focus at this point was building my image on social media. But unfortunately, the business arrangement between me and Brianna just didn't go very well. And I asked her for a full refund, and I was denied of it, which is why we're here today.
Okay, you want to give me some background on yourself and your business or what have you?
Yes, sir. I am a creative director and stylist out of Dallas, Texas. I was working for a brand for 2 years. I decided to part ways with them because why work for someone else when you can do your own? So when I branched out of that, I started doing projects on my own. My first project, I had an image. I come up with vision boards, style of how the models will be styled, how makeup will be, and I have made connections with photographers as well as other creatives in our community.
Did you go to school for that?
Yes, sir. I went to Texas Women's University for fashion merchandising and marketing.
Good, that's a good fashion
Yes.
school. And then you got a job with a corporation to learn the craft.
Exactly.
And then you went out on your own. I was advising some young folks of that yesterday. My advice was first, you have to get a job with a company that does what you want to do so that you can learn the craft. You know, we don't learn anything in college but theory. And that's good. You learn critical thinking. That's what college is for. But they don't teach you a lot of practical stuff, and you have to learn that from a business. How long have you been in business for yourself?
I just started.
Okay,
I've
good.
literally been maybe doing this 3 months, and I wouldn't say it's completely a business right now. It's more of me collaborating with other artists, but I am getting paid to do it. So I'm really big on using my own community because I don't feel like we get enough recognition and there's not enough open doors for us. So I want to be one of the people like yourself to open those doors. So Nakima was one of the models that I decided to use for this project. Now, this project was executed beautifully. It was well done, and she loved the work. So she was coming after me on social media, sending me messages like, I need you, like I want you to work, I want to work with you, like I have these ideas that I want to execute, and I think that you will help me do this beautifully. So I had a meeting with her and her parents. So once I met with her parents, everything was great, and as soon as they left, she turned into a complete diva. And that is where the issues started. As soon as the
parents left?
The parents left, because the parents are the ones that paid for the service.
Let me hear the rest of hers, and then we'll get back.
Okay.
Go ahead. So what type of agreement did you enter into?
This is her flyer. This
please.
is what she presented to my parents. What is circled is what the initial agreement was. Now, as far as like, as soon as my parents leaving and I'm becoming a diva, my parents are 100% agreeing with me on everything that I confronted Brianna about. And so far.
First, let me read what was expected. 6 concept shoots, styled and directed. Styled is defined as what?
Styled is her parents allowed her a styling budget, and with that budget, I would use it for the projects that we would complete, and I would go out, shop, come up with the concept, and go out shopping for those items. So styled would be
Okay.
me.
Is that what styled? That was your understanding of what
Yes.
styled means in this agreement?
Yes. However, that is not what I received.
Okay.
One of the pants she gave me was kids' pants. And then she told me to use rubber bands to tie up the ends of the pants to make it look like jogger pants. That is not what I paid for. And also, I
You
asked
showed her an example of things that you wanted?
Yes, I did, sir.
You have those examples today?
I don't have the examples
So
today.
how will I know whether she gave you what you asked for?
I mean, that's fine, but I gave...
What's fine? If I don't know, then your case is dismissed. If that's fine, let's go.
No, the whole
Well, that's fine.
I don't have...
How will I know
I
if
know.
you can't show me?
I don't know how to describe it. I made a notes page, and
Do
it
you
was
have
like a
that?
collage. No.
Okay, well, it's going to be hard to say she didn't meet your needs if you can't tell me what your needs and your requests were.
Can I say something, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, so when I was hired initially, I was her image consultant. That's what I was supposed to be doing. So we sat down together and we came up with the styles that she was going for, but there was no direct, I want a dress, I want shoes, I want this. It was up to me. I am her image consultant. Obviously, what she was doing for herself wasn't working, which is why she hired me. Whether I buy the item brand new or thrifted, I'm going to mark it up because I spent my time out looking for these items and I have to be compensated.
I bought a
Honor.
$1,500 shirt for $700 from a thrift.
Okay.
Sir.
Period.
Your Honor, it's not the problem. The
Yeah,
thrifting stuff...
Versace. No, go ahead.
The thrifting stuff isn't the problem in this scenario.
When she brought the items,
When
what
she
did you
brought the-
tell her?
When she brought over the items, my boyfriend was in the room and another one of her clients was in the room. I had tried on the items and I'm very passive. I'm not very vocal about like...
Lies.
No, I'm very
Lies.
uncomfortable. No, Brianna, do you see the way you talk? You are such a great speaker. When you speak, people listen. But unfortunately, the next day, I talked to my parents because they are the ones giving me the money for this project. I showed them the stuff that she gave me. They weren't impressed, neither was I.
How long after that did you tell her you didn't like
Just the
it?
day after.
The next day, you called or you brought, what happened? Tell me the process.
I emailed her asking, you know, hey, maybe it'll be easier for me to just buy my own clothing. So can you refund me the $500? I'll give you the clothes back and I will just pick my own clothing. You know, she refused to accommodate the refund for no reason. I didn't wear the stuff, even though the stuff that she has given me was worn by other people, which to me, like, you know,
see it.
if I'm buying something from you, I don't expect one of your friends to wear it. This is a dress that she had me wear in one of a video shoot that she's previously worn.
And did you say, let's keep looking?
No, she said that she wanted her money
That's
back.
my point. Hold on, ma'am. You love to talk.
I do.
You talk well. You're very well spoken, and I appreciate that and all the other things. However, I have to get the facts from her.
Okay, sorry.
Ma'am, you can't break a contract just because you want to go in a different direction. You continue, particularly if it's for styling, give her a chance to fix it. So go right ahead.
So another issue that we had was her not honoring her initial agreements. Initially, she had told me that she would take care of the photographers and videographers with that package deal. She told that to me and my parents. And
That she was going to pay
she wasn't
for
gonna pay.
a photo shoot, go out shopping for you, pay the money for the clothes, direct the shoot, all of this for $500.
Right.
Let me get
No,
the
sir.
entire town of Atlanta and Los Angeles and Chicago. They all want you.
Right.
$500. Ma'am, you know this woman wasn't going to pay for a
sir.
12-hour fashion shoot.
I paid her $1,000. $500 was for wardrobe. $500 was for her services.
Right.
Yes, sir. In her initial agreement, because she is not paying the photographers, these are her friends or somebody that she.
Where do you get that from?
In these.
She
text
says, these
messages.
are my friends.
Her colleagues.
She said, I don't have to pay them because they're
She
my
said,
friends.
This is the text message. I have it underlined.
Does she
where
say she
said-
didn't have to pay them?
Yes.
She said she didn't have to pay him. All right. You read that
No,
bit. You read that part, what she said.
Not
She
that
didn't have
one.
to pay her
That was-
friends. Otherwise, your claim is dismissed. That's a big lie. Read where you just told me. She said, I don't have to pay them because they're my friends. Because I know I got to pay my friends when they work for me. Go ahead. Read that
She
part.
said, that was me just using my connections to save you money, as I told you from the beginnings. Photographers were never included.
You interpret that as meaning it didn't have to pay. That's why you're having a little problem here. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if she paid, but I asked her to see receipts of the services, like where the money's going to. She couldn't provide it to me. And
Okay.
The photographer weren't part
Now
of
let's
it.
get to that. She says she asked for receipts.
So the only items that she asked for receipts for were the clothing items,
Is that correct?
and I have receipts for all
Hold
of
on,
those.
ma'am.
I believe I asked her receipts for everything where the money went to.
Okay. And what would that be, in your opinion? Where would you
So,
think money went?
As far as her services, if she paid for photographers, the venues she had to pay for, the studios or whatever,
Okay.
if it came out of her pocket. And as far as
And what
clothing,
did she gave you nothing?
she only gave me the receipts for the clothing.
All right. And when she only gave you that, did you say, where are the other receipts?
No, sir, because I knew she didn't have them.
How did you know she didn't have them?
Because we only completed one video shoot, and she even told me that the collaboration, she did not pay the videographer for that shoot, so I knew she didn't have it.
That's that one thing. How about the other things?
That's all we accomplished during
Okay.
that. I sent her an email, thanking her for her service,
There
Again,
you go.
I'm just not very good at explaining to people what I want, and so after
So
that.
how was she to know?
Well, exactly. Whenever I do try to explain to her, as you can see, Bree is very good at talking, so she'll try to talk me down, and I'll be like, I don't know, So I sent her an email and basically just saying, hope all is going well. I'm sending this email in regards to the personal shopping agreement. I've came to the decision that I will take those shopping and ordering clothes into my own hands. I feel that this is the best course of action, one that will avoid confusion. It is easier for me to buy clothes for myself as I already know what I want. And I also put in the email that I would just want a refund of the $475 back, just because.
So why did it get to $1,200 today?
The reason it's at $1,200 is because at this point I feel like I've been taken advantage of. There's just too much. In her initial agreements, she would go back and forth and say, no, I didn't say that, even though I have it in paper, and that was the first agreement. And then also the only video shoot that we completed, it was just unsatisfactory work.
You hadn't terminated her by then?
No, I didn't, sir.
Okay.
Because
So you brought your own clothes to that video shoot?
No, she provided the clothing.
So you did use the clothes you didn't like?
On this day, those clothes weren't presented.
Any day. Did you use any of the clothes that you did not like, that you now want a refund for?
Yes, sir.
Why, if you didn't like them? Ma'am,
No,
I can't
please.
grant you a judgment. I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. Wait, you're like.
No, you wait. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day. What is your wages for, ma'am?
My wages are for today. I missed 2 days of work to be here, and I could understand if she's saying I didn't complete anything. I know she has evidence of that video that she said
But you
was.
haven't given her money back. You still have the money, don't you?
No, she bought the clothes. The clothes are in her closet. I didn't keep the clothes.
So you didn't get any money?
You
I
have
got $500 for my.
You
And
have a
then
full
what have you done beyond $500?
I've done I did the work for it, and I would have
I
completed it.
don't know
if
what
she-
that means. Show me your bill.
Show
of
me
what
my.
Yes, what you did for $500.
Well, she has the video here today of one of the works that I've done.
What you did for $500?
Well, this is not. It's not. We would have completed the rest of the work if she wouldn't have fired me.
How much was your bill to be?
I would have received the $500.
Any more than that?
Well, no.
And how much have you received?
$500.
There you go. Have a good day. Both your claims are dismissed. Bye-bye.
If you plan on doing any work in Dallas for styling or anything like that, it's going to be very difficult for you to do any kind of styling, any kind of modeling, anything in the creative community without me, because I am well liked in my community. Good luck, Nakima.
Bree, your other client tried to do the same thing.
Okay,
You're
good
trying
job.
to take it to court.
Thank you.
Plaintiff Lauren Mosley says within a couple of years, she lost her mother and her grandmother, and she survived a car and plane crash. Lauren claims she hired the defendant to plan her 30th birthday party, but she was unhappy with her services, so she's suing. Defendant Jaja Casanova insists she did everything Lauren hired her to do, and therefore she refuses to refund her for anything. Jaja's countersuing for a venue fee and emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
All right, so Jaja and I met like about 10 years ago. We met like in a club scene, and like Jaja, she's an entrepreneur, so she's done different things. She sells t-shirts. Then at a time she was like bottle service manager thing, and like everything that she did, I would support her for. And so her most recent thing was event planning. So
did she do a good job based on what you saw?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, she had like this women's empowerment thing. It was really cool.
Do you have it every year or something?
Yeah, so I own a women's event space in Chicago called Studio G. So we're all about like women empowerment. It's the first co-working space for women in Chicago. So.
All right, good.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So I'm originally from Chicago. 2 years ago, I moved to Atlanta, and so. Over the past 2, 3, like technically like 4 years, I have lost my mother, lost my grandmother, lost my best friend the night I lost my mother, gotten a plane crash and a car accident. When my 30th,
still here.
I'm still here. Yes. Yes. Amen to that. For my 30th birthday, October 31st, I was like, I am burying everything that happened to me. All the bad stuff. I'm getting rid of it. I planned a death to my 20s, Lauren's 30th birthday event. I hit up Jaja and I'm like, this is my idea. This is the date I picked, November 1st. I know you're busy. Do you want to do it? She's like, yes, this is right up my alley. I'm so down. I didn't think that it was going to end in us getting in an argument.
Okay, let's get to her background, knowing everything.
She did ask me to do her 30th birthday party. I told her, no problem, I would do it. I asked her, just like I asked every single one of my clients, what is your budget? She told me, girl, I don't have a budget. This is my big 30th birthday party. Like, I want to go all out. I've been saving for this and everything like that. I said, okay, cool.
I don't know about that woman ain't tell you she don't have a budget.
She
Go
did.
ahead.
No, she really did say that. She really did say that.
Definitely did not.
Let me hear from you,
it was
man.
$5,000 was the budget.
On the agreement and
yes.
What did happen?
In the contract, it says $5,000.
Who has the contract?
I do.
See it, please.
We signed it electronically, and then afterwards, I couldn't, because I was in Atlanta when I signed it.
15% of the total budget, or $500, whichever is greater, is due upon execution of the agreement. That's to begin planning. But I don't see anything that says the total cost.
If it exceeds $5,000.
See, one of 3 pages, ma'am. You only gave me the 1 page. Let's move on. She gave me the first page of a 3-page contract.
My father and I both asked her for the contract multiple times and haven't gotten it. I first contacted her in July. And then we were planning it. So I told her what I needed, which was to book the venue, hire the caterer, get the decorations. By the beginning of October, nothing had been ordered. I asked her to get a bartender under contract, caterer under contract. I had a DJ. I asked her to get the contract for the DJ just so I can have everything locked in. Never got any contracts, never anything. She was to hire a photographer, set up the car service, and do the cleanup afterwards. And she was supposed to make the invitations as well. So closer and closer it gets. I'm like, she asked me, did you order the stuff? I'm like, I don't have an address to send it to. I don't have what exactly that you want. So she's like, okay. I was like, all right, make a chart, make a list of everything that, and I'll go on Amazon and order it. And I added things to it because it's my birthday and I want certain things.
I didn't ask her to add stuff.
I wanted certain things at the party. I wanted certain decorations because they were cute, or the type of cups and plates and everything. So I ordered all of that stuff, had it sent to her house. Invitations still aren't made yet. She says, girl, all you got to do is go on Eventbrite. All I got to do, I paid you to do this. All I got to do is show up because that's what I'm paying you to do because I don't live there. I'm having this party. All I have to do is show up. The party's on November 1st. October 17th, my friend Megan's like, Lauren, I'll do it for you. I know how to make flyers. I will make the invitations for you. Okay. So she makes the invitations for me, and she made the flyer, made a pretty picture. It was great. So then finally get the invitations sent out. Still have nobody under contract, nothing. The venue, she got it on like a Airbnb type site.
No, I have a relationship with them. It was PeerSpace, and I have a relationship.
PeerSpace, yes. Well, she sent me screenshots of the thing on PeerSpace to tell me how much it was. And I said, okay, how am I going to pay for it? She said, just send me the money and I will book it on PeerSpace. So I don't know how much that really was.
How much did you send for that?
She
$725 plus $68.88.
She definitely got a screenshot.
What did she do wrong? Or failed to deliver?
Failed to deliver everything. But she asked for more at the end. So I fly into Chicago on the 30th, get my hair done, get my nails done, thinking everything's okay. On the 31st, everything is not okay. She had actually asked one of her friends to start helping me with her assistant to help me with my party. And 10 days before the party, we talk. I'm like, I ordered all this stuff to Jaja's house. I can't get a confirmation if it made it or not.
Don't you get a confirmation number that you can follow up on?
Yes,
so
and I would
text
her and say, no. I text her and I said, did it arrive? Did you get it? They said it was dropped off.
Right. Oh, they did tell you it was dropped off.
Yes.
You didn't believe them?
I shouldn't have believed them because the week of my party, she calls and says, this never arrived, this never arrived, this never arrived.
I told her one thing didn't arrive. Okay. You're lying.
No, it was 3 things that didn't arrive and more.
What do you have there you want to show me? It's all
yes.
right. Okay.
Yes.
So everything is here except the grid wall and candles. This is from you, ma'am. I got a credit for the candles, so I'm about to reorder now, and I will get your money returned. She said everything but one thing. And this is what she says on here. If it was more, you would have said, you got something to say. Well, no, it was several more.
Yes. The text message between her and the other, her assistant, and I'm asking about more things that are, can you see if Jaja got this or see if Jaja got that? And she's like, I'll see. None of those things ever came.
And there was phone calls between me and her because obviously after the text message, she called me and I told her repeatedly that everything got there except for the grid. Did you ever get a refund for that?
No.
Okay, guess what? You're lying and I have proof.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right.
These are all her refunds. She doesn't know that we had her Amazon account that my assistant had, and we were getting all the emails.
Yes,
here you go.
They're waiting for the stuff to be returned.
No, they're all say returned there.
No, they're waiting on things to be returned.
We're not going to lie here.
What do you mean by waiting on the things to return? They've issued refunds on everything.
And you'll get everything within 3 to 5 business days, sir. That's what it says right there.
Me?
No, I did not receive returns or refund on everything. And then she asked me for $534 more for the things that she bought for the party, saying, and I'm like, but where's I had straws. She said, maybe I left the straws at home.
These things that we're talking about are the decorations that you want your money back for. And
$238
she received the items and didn't bring them to the event. Is that what you're saying? And so you want your money back.
No,
she told
they
me
were
she
there.
never got them.
No, hold on a minute, Your Honor.
I don't know if she got them and didn't bring them.
Okay,
no,
let
Your
me
Honor.
hear from you now.
Your Honor.
Let me hear from you, wherever you want to start.
Okay, I would like to start. I'm sorry, y'all. All those extra things that she put in there were just extra things that she wanted to add into her stuff that had nothing to do with the decor. That had nothing to do with the decor of what we had already spoken about, which is the picture. As a matter of fact, I have a video that I like to play actually of the actual event and how much fun she was having. She was twerking and having a great time.
Yeah, because I'm going to make the best of any situation. I'm burying my 20s. Yes. I'm going to make the best of any situation.
Your Honor, like
the issue is the decorations, right?
Right. So I gave her a list. And you can show him this if you'd like.
Please. What
is it? This is a list of all the stuff that I asked her to order. Everything else that she ordered was just not on the list.
Quiet, ma'am. So how much did this come? How much money did this come to?
So that came out to about, I want to say about $500.
All right.
I want to say. This is her telling me that she got
the list, but she's saying you didn't deliver it to the event.
Oh, I gave you everything. Everything got delivered.
But you told me that
you showed me where you ordered them.
And it wasn't at my party.
Am I going to see them on the video?
The decorations?
Yes.
Yes,
the decorations.
Okay, and you're going to be able to tell me what's missing?
Yes.
All right, let's look.
Because I have all of that. Oh, Lord.
So that's the casket, because it was death to my 20s. So that was the casket that I made, and then on the back, everything was like people could sit down, they could talk about, how she was in her 20s and kind of do all that. As you know, so then I made her a custom wall.
Do you know the things she's saying were not there?
All I know is the straw.
Is that all?
No.
Do you have a list?
Yes.
of the things you say were agreed to but weren't there. This is very simple. All y'all fast talk and messiness, that don't mean anything to the judge. You say the only thing she completed was the booking the venue and hiring the caterer. Everything else you want your money back.
Your Honor, I was there
And it's all decorations. So you said she didn't provide any decorations. She's showing me decorations that
I
she
paid
did.
her for, but that I didn't want. I wanted it the way I wanted it.
A minute ago, you said she didn't deliver it at all. Now it's she didn't deliver it the way I wanted to deliver it.
On time.
What's your counterclaim for? $1,300. How does she owe you?
So they stayed there for 2 hours after the event arguing.
No, my dad left right.
I have.
We didn't argue. We were cleaning everything up.
This is from my
Okay, so
event
what is
space
that?
owner.
What does she owe you for, man?
So it's the $300 for the 2 hours that was still there, and then I also lost this client because of her. I have a great relationship with these people.
How so?
And because they were acting so crazy. Lauren was screaming. They can hear from upstairs.
We were
screaming.
arguing.
They were arguing.
You and I
with
were
your father.
arguing.
She told me no. She
That's
told me.
what
That's
you said.
emotional
You act like a
distress.
crackhead.
What is that's enough, ma'am. So what about the venue fee? The 2 additional hours at $150 an hour.
So the agreement was that she would clean, she would take the decorations out because I do not live there. She was also supposed to get me a car service that she didn't. But we had to, my father, my friend, and multiple friends that were left there, we were getting all of the decorations out.
How much longer did she work to your knowledge?
She didn't. She left to go to her other event.
Okay,
So,
she
Lauren,
says you left early. Anybody have any
Now you're making
evidence?
up lies. They charged me for 2 hours because they were there acting crazy.
What does
it
that
says
say?
it from the venue owner. 2 hours of overtime at one time the hourly
Let's
rate.
see it, please.
And I also have text messages from her.
She was
All right, you have your evidence proving an additional 2 hours, so
No,
I'm going
she
to
didn't
grant you your $300.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to dismiss your case. You handed me a list of things that said only thing she delivered was the catering and the venue. Then as we proceeded, you admitted that she brought all those things, contradicting what your own list you handed to me said. Your claim is dismissed. Yours is $300. Have a good day.
You lying. You lying. It says source and purchase decorations. You did not. You did not.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh
I don't know
my
what to tell you. I'm
gosh.
sorry.
You are a
You wanted
con
to come on
artist.
here?
You are
Here
a
we
con
go.
artist.
Thank you so much.
You are a con artist.
You were the con artist, but you couldn't con him.
We're not.
Plaintiff Chelsea Bell says after graduating college, she pursued a career as a lash artist and an actress. Chelsea claims she was hired to promote the defendant's business on social media, radio, and print. But the defendant failed to pay her, so she's suing. Defendant Kenyatta Butcher has been an entrepreneur for 20 years, and her most recent passion is helping men and women who suffer from medical hair loss. Kenyatta refuses to pay Chelsea because she didn't do the work she was hired to do.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
I graduated from Mississippi State University with my Bachelor of Fine Arts emphasizing graphic design, where I obtained my degree in 2013. I've done several internships within the state of Mississippi, working for the Chamber of Commerce in Meridian, and I've also moved to Tennessee working for several companies between print and television broadcasting production. There in Tennessee, I met a nail artist who said that, oh, I think you have a nail artist who think that I had a passion for beauty, and she gave me the idea to become a lash artist. So I decided to move back home to Chicago. I enrolled myself into beauty school in Bronzeville called Your School of Beauty Culture, where I obtained my license as an esthetician through the state of Illinois and insurance. I started from the bottom, working for strippers, lashing strippers, and had to start somewhere and work my way up to the top by just talking to all types of people.
Networking.
Absolutely, and getting my name out there. I'm also an actress working in theatrical productions and television and film productions, so I'm out here doing my thing, creating my own career path instead of following the social norm path.
Good. All right. Proud to hear that. Now, you're going to be doing the permanent lashes
Yes,
that
I
are
do
out
eyelash
now?
extensions. I'm a world-renowned lash
Permanent
artist.
ones or something, don't they have?
They're semi-permanent, so you're on the right track, Your Honor.
All right, and how do you know the defendant? We'll
I
go
met
there.
the defendant through a friend of mine who was also a sponsor for the event that I threw back in 2019 in June.
That's the event in question today?
Yes, June 8th, 2019. That was a Saturday.
When did you meet her?
I met her in about early March at a mix and mingle event through one of my sponsors, and he said, "Okay, get out there, introduce yourself to people."
Sponsor like business sponsor?
Yes,
or
business
personal
sponsors.
sponsor?
Business sponsors.
Oh, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Y'all young girls now, y'all like some personal sponsors. That's what, from what I'm hearing, the personal sponsors are the hottest thing out. Who might be 20 years your senior, but that's whatever. All right, you might not need any sponsor. You get the right personal sponsor. Go ahead, but no, you are a career woman.
Yes.
You built your career. We're very proud of that because some ladies might not have the same drive as you, and they end up needing a sponsor, personal sponsor. But thank God you've become an independent woman. You don't need nothing but some customers so you all can do business together, right?
Yes,
that's all.
sir.
You don't need no man for nothing unless he got something going for him. You got a man? He got anything going? What he do?
He does have property, but he's definitely on the rocks right now. So he's in trouble. He's in the doghouse.
What he do? All right, but he keeps up with your career.
Yes.
I mean, he's driven like you're driven.
Yes.
All right, he ain't a scrub.
No.
All right, good enough.
He's responsible for the lady who I am today. We know each other for 10 years. He just need to buy me some flowers and we'll be okay.
All right, yeah, you better go get that man back. Everybody mess up from time to time. Right. You won't believe how many times Dora's wife called me. You better talk to him, Judge.
He's in real trouble this time.
He ain't gonna be back in here unless I hear something right, unless I get flowers. No, matter of fact, I don't want flowers. I want flowers, chocolates, wine, champagne. You must have really did something, Dora. All right, you give me some background.
Hi, I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. I am a real estate investor. I'm also a hair replacement specialist and educator. And I help men and women that suffer from medical hair loss. It became extremely important for me to have this skill as my mother battled cancer and lost her hair. She lost her battle in 2018, and as a result, I wanted to live every day to the fullest, taking advantage of every opportunity that I can, and so I started another business, which is an online boutique.
Congratulations. Good
Thank
to see you two independent women doing your thing successfully. Tell me why we're suing her today.
So back in March, like I said, I met her at a mixer event, and she wanted to be a part of my skate event that I was planning for the 8th. I met up with her on March 29th of 2019 this year, where she signed this contract of agreement.
Let me see it, please, Dora. Agreeing to provide with all
of $250 for the sponsorship fee for her business name, Yada Chic Boutique. She has a hairline and a boutique line. To be sponsored on all promotional materials, so social media, not postcards, but flyers, posters, enlarged posters. I even had a radio promotion through the AC Green Show where I shouted her business out. I was on the radio like every Sunday afternoon in May. So she got all promos with her logo being on the promotional material, which is right here. So it was through all different types of personalities, hosts. Everything was fine until April 15th. She sent me a message through text at April 15th at 9 a.m. saying, "Hey, love, I'm here. So the bank bounced my payment back. So can I give you cash?"
See it, please. So
I was confused that she gave me that that story, and because I had already received the money, I followed up with her through text to say, hey, let's meet, because she was really saying, like, I have to give you this cash in your hand. So I'm like, okay, cool. After that, I never heard from her. I called her many times. I texted her. I even emailed her to see
Any responses?
No responses.
Okay, let's hear today, ma'am. Let me hear from you.
The first order of business is I did not receive a contract, nor did I sign a contract. What you have there is an application, and the $250 was to be a consideration to partake in her event. I did not receive any promotion from her, and I shouldn't have, because for my understanding, I didn't pay her. The situation surrounding PayPal is as follows. It went through. I have a statement saying that she got it. I also have a statement saying that it wasn't received and it was declined. This is what sparked me to contact Ms. Bell and let her know it didn't seem like it went through. At this time, it is customary for you to say, actually, I did receive it. She should have told me that she did not. I did not receive any messages from her, any calls from her.
Let her finish.
And had I gotten those type of correspondence, I would have responded to her.
So your defense today is she got it?
My defense today is the form of payment that I was supposed to be paying for the event was in cash.
Okay.
She agreed to it on several occasions.
Did she get it?
No.
Okay, that's what I need to know. Why?
Because I decided, because of how she handled herself, I did not want to partake in business with her further.
This instance, you don't owe her. Why? Because you're telling me that you're not going to do business with her in the future, and that sounds like what you're saying is your defense. We need to know about why you don't agree to you should pay for the past.
I shouldn't pay for the past, Your Honor, because she did not promote my business, nor did she do everything that was executed in that application.
What did you expect?
I expected her to, upon saying that I am a vendor, to give me a code of agreement, vendor rules, and for her to outline everything that she was going to promote me on. She did not do that. She did not tell me anything about
that's on here, outline everything?
Yes, it says if application is approved.
Go ahead, I'll let you tell me.
Vendor's fee are as follows, and we'll have a flat fee of $250, which will include your company logo on digital media and printed media, and admission for one representative to attend the event.
Did you provide me?
Yes, I provided social media. It also shows some of the hosts.
Party board. What is this? This is somebody's in the event?
That's the event. So that's
all
one
right.
of the
She's on this. I see your logo.
That's one of the co-hosts.
What about this? I just need to clarify.
Okay.
You've given me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so all 7 of these ads are for that one June 8th event, correct? All right. These are ads that you publish.
Yes, and as well as the co-hosts.
You had these
right,
folks.
they're the sponsors who helped made the event happen. Okay. And we had like at least 20 co-hosts. So everybody from their platform, from Sydney Star, the transgender diva, to AC Green, to Queen Key, who's a rapper. And those were some dominant people that we had. Okay. They reposted it on their platform for everybody to see, to create what's called a social wave.
You said she did what?
So this is the proof that I received. On Instagram, this is all that she posted.
Okay, well, let me give you the other. Let me give you what she posted. You got 7 for $250.
And some of the stuff was for flyers and posters.
Your Honor, the only way that I would know that this happened is if she would have tagged me. All these Instagram posts I've never even seen. This could be from anywhere. It doesn't have an Instagram logo or anything. This can be from anywhere, and I've never received a tag, not so much as a mention, not even a hashtag.
May I say something?
Yes.
I have proof of audio of her stating a couple of weeks ago that she will give me my money back, not once, but 2 times, like 2 chains.
Did you bring the audio?
Yes, I did, and I have a recap of the audio written down.
And you brought the audio with you?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me hear that audio.
So this is what I can do. I am not going to call the bank. I am not going to call PayPal. What I could do is put the money in your hands.
Okay.
But that is after. That is after.
Okay, I heard you say when you see her, you'll put money in her hand. Ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. That was when I thought that it was a valid claim. That's when I thought that...
What makes you think it's not valid?
Because when you post somebody on Instagram, you are to tag
Your
them.
judgment is $250. She agreed that she was going to pay you. She said she woke up one day and determined that it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So go back to sleep. Give her $250. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Plaintiff Tyrone Brooks says when he met the defendant, he was in a relationship, but they became close and hung out often. Tyrone says when the defendant asked for money for breast implants, he refused. But he's suing because he did loan her money for a book tour, and she has yet to repay him. Defendant Renarda Huggins says Tyrone wined and dined her because he was romantically interested in her. Renarda admits that she accepted money from Tyrone, but says they haven't spoken since he got naked and tried to have sex with her when her mother was sleeping in the next room.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you. Give me some background or anything you want me to know.
January 2016, I met Renarda Huggins through my niece. After that, we kind of hit it off. She came to my niece's house. She asked me, was I in a relationship? I told her, yeah. I had a female that was staying with me at the time. Go to her house, smoke a little weed, eat, have fun.
What state?
Massachusetts.
All right. And did you stay together? And if so, how long?
No, we was friends. I mean, during this time, me and her just used to go hang out. Comes on May 2016. We was at our house, and she asked me, would I give her $5,000 to get a boob job? I ignored it.
Oh, well, I guess you're gonna get to the loan, so let me allow her. Yeah. Let me allow her to give some background, ma'am.
First of all, I've never asked Tyrone for $5,000 for a boob job. We talked very jokingly about boob jobs and cars, and he flashed his money around a lot. So we talked about him doing quite a bit for me after he had already been whining and dining and doing nice things for me. So that was just conversational. Never was that to be taken seriously. Had I still been seeing Tyrone in the courtship that he was trying to have with me, I doubt that we would be here today. Because I already knew what he was going on with Tyrone in reference to why he was being so nice to me. I'm not a fool. I know that he definitely was doing the things he was doing because he was interested in me in a personal and sexual way. It just wasn't like we were just platonic
friends. Were you interested in him?
In the beginning, I wasn't so much. As a companionship, but as he started to be nice to me, and I really felt like,
And we're not going to conclude that that nice means money. Okay, so let me allow him to tell me what he's suing you about. Sir?
Yeah, so she comes to me in July and say that she wanted to go and promote her book in Atlanta, and she needed to borrow money. At that time, she wanted $3,000. I told her I would let her borrow $2,000. And we signed.
First she came $5,000.
That was after that. She made.
And that was
sense.
when?
This was in May with the boob job. But
the first request, May of 16. Now this is when?
The book is referring into July.
July of 16?
Yes, sir.
A couple of months later, she came back.
Yeah.
And wanted how much?
She wanted $3,000.
$3,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, she was talking since when it came to the book, because she wanted to go promote her book. And she wanted to sell some other stuff. Okay. And I thought that made better sense than the blue job. So we went and we got documents filled up, or promissory, that she would pay me back to 6 to 8 months.
Okay. Let me see the book.
here you go. I actually have it.
All right. He has one too. She wants him to have something to remember her by.
Right. You don't need his. This one is actually for you, autographed for you.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Lies he told. That's the name of the book.
That's on her.
That's the name of the book. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, sir. You have a document of some sort you want to give me?
I have.
She was to repay you, and she has not paid you anything?
She hasn't paid me anything.
All right,
I
ma'am.
have texts, so I'll text her.
Okay, hold on.
Back to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When Tyrone first met me, originally he came on to me by way of telling me how inspired he was by me and how strong I was as a single black mother, and he wanted to support me, support my book, and he really believed in everything that I was trying to do as far as my book was concerned. He was very aware of the publishing companies that had signed me prior and had gotten money off of my book and never paid me a dime. So that was the reason why I was inclined to ask him to help me out with going to Atlanta. I had already paid my flight, hotel, rent-a-car, did everything. I wanted to take more books and more t-shirts, so that's why I went to him for the loan. But again, initially I was comfortable with doing that because this was a man that had seemed very supportive and always said to me that he wanted to be a part of what I was doing. Moving forward to July, Tyrone did say to me, I did ask him for $3. He said he wouldn't give me the $3, he would give me the $2. And the $2,000 was the money that he had only ever loaned me. I never borrowed
it was a loan, it
any
wasn't
money
a gift.
Originally. So let's stay there with that.
Go ahead.
So when, as I said, with going out, you know, he had met my mom, he had been around my family. He's right about coming over. The part, I'm not going to contest to that, but coming over, spending time, eating food, hanging out with my mom, drinking, hanging out with all of my family, that is what he started to do. So he did become like someone that everyone became
right,
sort
a
of
nice
fond
person.
of. Yeah, and that's why
I
started to take him a little seriously.
Did you pay him? If not, why?
I did not, because first of all, when I went to Atlanta, and I don't know if he wants to show you what he still has, but according to me, those notarized letters were ripped out. We did them, so what I thought was in my house in August, but apparently he just had the empty envelope and ripped that up in my face. So my letter, I ripped up honestly and seriously in front of him.
For what purpose?
Because it was I had come back from Atlanta. We were having a housewarming. I was having a housewarming that weekend. Tyrone had come over, as he always would. My family was there helping me get ready for the housewarming. And he was like, you know what, like, because now he's drunk. And when he got drunk, he got nicer, became a little more ruder. You know what I mean? So now he's drunk. He's in my bedroom. My mom has already, you know, said that maybe he should stay the night because he's, you know, we're all drunk. I had already said, yes, maybe that can happen. So now he's in my room, he's talking to me. He's like, you know what, that $2,000, you know, that ain't really nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? I believe in you. I know you can X, Y, and Z, and started kicking all that. He said, we can just rip this up. I still got the sealed envelope. Pulls out the sealed envelope. We ripped them up. Don't tell me twice. You ain't got to ask me twice. You got to rip it up. You say rip it up, we're going to rip it up. So I ripped it up.
Happened.
Now, to fast forward back to that night, which is why I decided to not see Tyrone ever again in life, which is why he never got paid, was because the night of my housewarming, when he did stay the night, there was no one to everyone was sleeping over, so there was no room for him to sleep anywhere else other than my bedroom, right? I was comfortable with him. I had been seeing him for months. My family was there, so I didn't think he would try anything. All night long.
Kept trying?
All night.
He kept trying all night long, or he?
If I would have fell asleep for real, I probably would have gotten assaulted, because that's exactly what it was from the time we lay down to the time my mother had to come in there at about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Like, what's going on in here? Why y'all arguing?
What month was this?
My mother comes in, sees him butt naked as he had been in my room.
What month was this? What month
I got
was
my
this?
clothes on. I'm at the edge of the bed, completely annoyed. And my mother's like, what's going on? So now all three of us are going at it. Me and my mother's arguing with him. We end up throwing him out about 6:30, 7 o'clock that morning.
No,
not naked. I wanted him.
Not true. Not true.
So we throw him out, and ever since then, I blocked him when that happened. Went ahead and unblocked him. He starts calling me, I'm sorry, can we talk? So went out a couple of more times, took me to dinner on Newberry Street, still was very cocky. He talks like monkey doodoo with his money. You have no idea. Like the way he throws his money around and thinks he's just all of that. And
so
that
did you jump naked on her?
Your Honor, that is so not true. I can have more respect than that. I stayed at her house. The next morning, she wanted me to take her to the grocery store, okay? I wasn't going to take her to no grocery store because I knew once I would have taken her to that grocery store, she would have got in there and wanted me to pay for a grocery. It wasn't going to happen. You wanted a relationship with me. You said many times you want a relationship with me. I did not want a relationship with you. I did not want a relationship.
So why did you jump naked in that bed?
I wasn't naked, Your Honor. I was never naked. I was never naked. I was never naked. That is a lie. She's lying.
Your Honor,
why'd they have to put you out?
She didn't put me out. I left the next morning. She got mad because I wouldn't take her to the grocery store. I got in my car and left. You think I'm a sugar daddy and I did not want to be with you. You think I'm a friend with benefits. I did not want to be with you. I told you I don't chase them, I replace them, and that's what I did with you. 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 I don't have to take off nothing. I got a lot of females.
Come on, player, stop talking.
Are we done? You done listening to him?
Thank you.
You done? Okay. Because do it really look like I need to chase him?
What month was this?
But we're done with you, though.
Enough,
we're
sir.
on me now. Here
we're
we
done
go.
with that.
So that night, Your Honor,
go ahead.
that's exactly what he had done. He didn't take me to the grocery store. What he did do was he took me to the liquor store to get the liquor for the beverages that were needed the next morning. And when I went in there and was prepared to pay for my own housewarming items, he seen me going down my little frugal list, because I don't drink. So I wasn't going to buy a bunch of liquor for people. It was bring what you drink. I'm going to have something there for you. But it wasn't all like that. So I'm going here, getting my little wines and make my cousin's going to make the sangria. Oh, what you doing over there? Getting what I need? Oh, come on. Get what you getting and come on. Oh, get what I'm getting and come on. You ain't got to tell me that twice either. So I got what I was getting.
I wasn't even at your house, woman.
I got what I was getting and I went on.
I wasn't even at your house, woman.
That night, along with him staying, along with him purchasing those alcohol beverages, and as he said, as nice as he had been being to me up until that date, that was his down payment, and I knew what time it was. But eventually, evidently, he didn't know what time it was.
You just wanted more money.
Sir, one more time, I'm going to dismiss your claim.
Thank you. I advise you, listen, you know they told you now.
I advise you to tell me, what is your legal defense? Let's get to that. What is your legal defense to not paying the loan?
My legal defense is I am not going to pay Tyrone back the money, because had I still been seeing Tyrone, the money wouldn't be an issue, and he shouldn't have ripped the letter up in front of me saying that the money wasn't.
It's not a legal defense. $2,000 is the judgment. Have a good day.
I'm done with it. I hold no animosity. I'm gone. I'm done.
What? Oh, I have nothing to say except for him not to call me anymore.
That would never happen.
Tyrone, you just called me last night.
That would never happen.
You just called me last night.
I would never call you. I don't need you.
They have the proof.
You know how
they
many
just called me
females I
last
got?
night.
Who are you? You're nobody.
They just called me last night.
You're nobody.
I'm everybody
You're not
to
on
you.
my
That's
level.
why we're here.
You're not on my level.
Bye-bye now.
Plaintiff Anthony Washington says he got a college scholarship, but he lost it after he went to prison for selling drugs. Anthony claims when he got out, he moved to Alabama and got in the party promoting business with his cousin, the defendant. However, he's suing him today for breach of contract. Defendant Travis Jackson says he's a popular party promoter who got his start after he threw a party for his best friend when he was released from prison. Travis insists Anthony is suing him for more than he owes.
Start with you.
Well, actually, I'm suing because I'm trying to keep the matter out the streets. And
trying to keep him out of the street?
No, the litigation.
The matter? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Trying to keep it out the streets and, be professional, try to turn over a new leaf.
Keep it out the streets meaning avoid getting violent?
Yes.
Let me just say this. I'm so glad you said that, and I appreciate that, because some folks criticize my show and other judge shows because they have such small amounts of money in dispute. This is a good amount, $2,000, but sometimes we get people $100, $200, $500. And the reason I appreciate them bringing it here, because no matter how small it is, folks fight over money. And these days, people not fighting with their fists anymore. They're fighting with guns and knives. So I'd rather people bring us $100 cases. If you got a $100 case, bring it here. Don't kill each other over $100. So glad you're smart enough to recognize that. You want to give me some background?
Yes. Well, so my family from Detroit and Alabama. Okay. Half of us went to Detroit, half of us stayed in Alabama. So my part is in Detroit. So
I always got to educate. Y'all give me a second. The reason Alabama and Detroit, all right, most black folks during the Great Migration, folks living in Alabama, there was a train route to take them up to Michigan area, Detroit. If you lived on the East Coast in the South, you'd take that going up to the Carolinas to New York. Mississippi, take you from Mississippi to Chicago. So you all out here, many of you know, if you're from Detroit, most of your folks are from Alabama. You're from Chicago, most of your folks are from Mississippi. If you're from New York, most of your folks are from North Carolina and South Carolina. So you all half from Alabama and half from Detroit. And what half is he from? Because I trust folks from Alabama more.
He from Montgomery.
Huh?
He from Montgomery.
He from Montgomery. I've been in Montgomery a lot these days. I love Montgomery. Go ahead.
All right, so well, initially I had a full ride to go back to school at home. I mean Montgomery or Huntsville rather. And I ended up going back home to Detroit and ended up messing my full ride up. I had to do 18 months. So after that, I got out. I started trying to figure out what hobby could I make lucrative.
That's your scholarship up?
Yeah.
What, selling drugs or something?
Yeah.
Where were you attending?
Alabama A&M, Huntsville.
Yeah, I know where it's at. I have an association with Oakwood University in Huntsville. All right, and so many young folks, unfortunately, they do that. Mess themselves up while they're in college, bringing what they left behind with them. All right, so hopefully you learned the lesson. Go ahead.
So I tried to make a hobby lucrative, which happened to be music and stuff like that. So in the process of doing that, the feds ended up coming and getting me again and give me 5 years. So
for what this time?
It was still same
Hustling?
activity. It was just same activity. So
you did a year and a half. You come out and get in trouble and do more. Go ahead.
So after that,
Detroit. You didn't do all that, right? You don't have those problems, right, Alabama man?
I don't.
I'm from Detroit too. I had the same problems. I should have stayed in Alabama.
Right. So anyway, so I came home, and then I was trying to figure out a way, make my money without having to, anyway. So
illegal activity.
Legal, right. So I found out like my cousins was down there having parties. He was doing a good job with parties and promoting, and, So I'm like, all right, well, I want to come down there. I ain't seen y'all. It's been like 8 years, so I'm gonna come down there and see y'all or whatever. So I went down to his birthday party, flew down. They came and picked me up from Atlanta and took me to Alabama. We get there, whatever. He going through his little motions, getting everything set up. So during the party, like I seen it was like slapping. There was a lot of people there. Like it was a good party, So I'm like, man, okay, I'm having a good time. He came up to me like, hey man, let me hold 100 real quick. So I'm like I'm looking around, like, what you need 100 for? Like,
full house.
Right. Like, what's up? He's like, no, I need to, take care of something. I'm gonna give it back to you when the party over. I'm like, all right, that ain't nothing, huh? So after the party, true enough, he gave it right back to me, like, let's go somewhere else. So I'm like, all right, like, man, you need to cut me in. Like, what's up? Like, what's going on down here? So we'll talk about it. I'm like, all right. So, long story short, we ended up doing business after.
Okay, so you joined this promotion business. All right, and we'll get to what happened with the breach. Sir, you give me some background.
I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. I'm a popular club promoter. I started out 2012 when I threw a welcome back party for my best friend that was being released from state prison.
They ought to be fighting down there. I bet they fight at your parties, don't they?
No.
Don't they fight a lot off campus at Alabama State?
I don't know nothing about
it. Yes, you do. Been there. I have a niece that goes there, Taylor. I have a lot of young people I've helped get in Alabama State. It's a fine school.
But I'm not a problem starter.
Go ahead. You give me some background.
Okay. I'm a promoter. I started out in 2012. I promoted a party for my best friend that had been released from state prison. The party did good. A lot of money was made. So I started coming up with different themes like boots and dupes, where girls wear Daisy Dukes and boots.
Like that's definitely starting to fight. You got these young girls walking around with Daisy Dukes on.
I'm going to that one.
They fighting over these girls. They fighting over these girls.
I also threw another party called Polo and Pink, where the guys wear polo and the ladies wear Victoria's Secret pink.
I'm going to that one too.
Let's see.
That's a good idea.
Party promotions is good business for young folks, so hats off to you. All right, sir, what are you singing about?
Well, for about 2 parties. The first party initially was, and like, it was his fiance's birthday party. Like, I kind of waited till he had another popping, like, situation. Like his baby mama, him, they celebrities, so it's like they get a crowd. So I wait for his baby mama party. So when her party came, I gave him some money.
So you joined in on that promotion?
Joint ventures with him. Give him 300 and get 1,000 back. So, because the 300 was to cover the door. Like once we cover the door and then all expenses, he take the rest of all expenses and just pretty much just give me a flip, I guess you could say.
Was that a loan or an investment? That sounds like a guarantee.
Yeah, guarantee.
Well, then that's not an investment. Investments are based on what the results are.
Oh no, it wasn't.
If it's guaranteed, then that's another form of contract. Yeah. That's a loan. So I'm going to characterize that in a different way if that's what occurred. So you say 300 and you were to get 1,000. That was a guarantee.
Yes.
All right. And so what about the other 1,200?
That was for the next party after I didn't receive the proceeds from the first party. The second party was like our family was like, it was like a civil war kind of, because it was like his on my side down there on his mom them, and well not mom but grandma side, and then my grandma's side, like we was beefing because of the money. Like
how old are y'all?
I'm 29.
Hey, 29. You don't get y'all grandmothers and them involved.
No, it just you know how it is. Everybody want to know everything. Everybody talking about us. We don't even know they talking about us. So.
And what was the agreement on that?
On the next party?
The second one, yes.
The second party was pay for another door and get 12 back this time.
How much was the door? How much?
300 for the door.
Another 300. Okay. And you haven't gotten anything back on any of these?
No.
Sir, what do you say?
Back in April 2016, I invited Anthony to Montgomery to one of my parties. Anthony saw the money that was being made, so Anthony wanted to invest in it. He asked me, can he invest in it? I was like, yeah. So November 2016, Anthony wired me $300. I told Anthony I'm gonna give him $600 back. The party was unsuccessful, so I couldn't, give him anything. December the 17th, tried again. Anthony sent me $600 and was expecting up to $1,200 back.
What do you mean expecting? What made him expect that? Did you tell him that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, because you said you told him.
I did.
You'll give him $600 back when he gave you the 3. So now you told him to give you another $600 and he would get $1,200 back.
Yes.
All right. So how much has he gotten back?
He didn't get anything back.
Why?
Because, I had other things going on. The party did okay, but I could have gave him $600, but I didn't. I have personal stuff going on.
Okay, he says it was $600, the first one, as opposed to 1,000.
I can't show where he said it was gonna be 1,000.
Okay, well, he admits to $600. So, if he was gonna lie, he said he wasn't gonna give you anything. He just lie about 400. So, sir, you don't understand that what you did was assure him repayment? See, a lot of folks don't understand that. Well, if you've been assured, that's not an investment. Investments, you collect your money based on the result of the monies put up. When you assure somebody something, that's a loan. And you assured him by your own admission that he would get $1,200 for the second one and $600 for the first one. So I'm going to grant you, sir, $1,800 because I'm convinced of that. So have a good day. Good luck to you guys.
I ain't really tripping, We can do something again. It's about the money with me.
I'm good. I'm just sorry, for messing up, with the party thing. That's it.